All right. Should be good. Should be good. I cannot believe that Starfield officially releases tomorrow. It really is surreal. It really is. But we got a late night show here. Well, later than usual. So let's kick back, relax, have some fun, talk some shit, hype up the biggest game of the year. I mean, seriously, the biggest game of the year in general, not just for Xbox. And then we're going to go ahead and call it a night. How does that sound? Yeah, but on the eve of Starfield's official release, I think it's going to be great to take a trip down modern memory lane, have some fun, and laugh at just the funniest narratives over the weeks that was trying to kill this game. Because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. Hey, what's up, Six Slayer, man? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, man. The most recent one was someone who was complaining about not be King Trash here, complaining about not being able to land on gas giants. We had, let's see, what other one did we have? Ah, that's right, the start screen controversy. That was a good one. That was a good one. Um, Outlets like Metro UK, who notoriously shit on Xbox not getting review codes. Oh, that's right. The Starfield marketing, which is hilarious because Starfield's marketing has legit just been incredible lately. Ah, the lack of vehicles, lack of land vehicles in Starfield, and then we're gonna wrap it up talking about the price hike, the PlayStation price hike. All right, man. So first and foremost, this article that I saw today was absolutely fantastic. And I don't think anything could sum up my thoughts better than this article, man. This article, I've never seen an article like this that went after fanboys so heavily. I got to admit, I was impressed. I was a little impressed after reading this one, man. So the title here says Starfield will never come to PlayStation 5, and PlayStation fans need to get over it. I can't believe it took until the day before Starfield releases for this to happen. Happy Starfield Eve. Yes, Dr. Vodka, happy Starfield Eve, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a wonderful day. And I want to have fun with this one, man. So we're gonna talk about just the funniest narratives. The funniest narratives. But before we do that, man, this article was wonderful. This article here. Starfield will never come to PlayStation 5, and PlayStation fanboys need to get over it. Yeah, it's funny that it took for the day before Starfield officially releases, at least for early access, for an article like this to finally come out. But I'm glad it's here. I'm glad it's here because this article was hilarious, man. He said Bethesda's finally set to release its long-anticipated RPG, and the imminent launch of Someone Spoiled by PlayStation fanboys is set that it's not coming to PlayStation 5. And, and what I like what this guy did with the article, man, he just pretty much called them all out. Hey, same to everybody, man, and thank everybody for joining. A little later than usual. So yeah, Starfield's not coming to PlayStation 5. Now we know this, but for some reason it didn't stop. For example, Game Rant here earlier this week asking if Starfield's coming to the PlayStation 5 because for some reason the port begging just never ends. And here's so back to the article. Here's where it was really funny. PlayStation 5 users plan to review bomb Starfield. And just how corny their whole review bombing stuff is. That nobody cares. By the way, nobody cares about that review bomb stuff. But it's just funny that as this article said here, some fanboy created 1,000 accounts to review bomb Starfield on Metacritic, all because he won't be able to play it. Oh well. And so tomorrow, so remember this tomorrow. Stuff like this tomorrow, man. Remember how badly these narratives fell. Remember how childish the whole gaming community was towards this one game, this one Xbox game, right? When we're having fun, because they badly thought that they could tear this game down for you, for me, and everybody in between, right? They thought these stupid narratives was going to hurt and everything, but nope, not even a little bit, uh, and not even a little bit. And like the headline says, man, fanboys just need to get over it. It's never coming to PlayStation. So Microsoft didn't steal Starfield from you guys. All right, they made a business decision to purchase Bethesda, and since then the Xbox community has been reaping the benefits, including getting the biggest game of the year. Oh well, I mean, it's not our fault. All you got is another Spider-Man. Yeah, man, ponies are coping hard. Are they? Yo, you had this King Trash, shout out to 100 because he did this yesterday and it was fantastic. But you have guys like King Trash complain that you cannot go on a planet and because exploration's a lie, and they're gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn. I mean, come on now. I mean, I've seen a lot of PlayStation fans coping. I've seen a lot of PlayStation fans anger. I've seen a lot, but I've never seen it to this extreme, guys. Not to this extreme. Not to the extreme of, man, these guys are just making up everything. You remember just last week, the dude that was complaining about the home screen. This dude, and by the way, this dude Grumps here, boy, to say he's been bitching about Starfield is an understatement. Listen, I've seen baby mamas that wasn't as bitter as this dude, man. Yeah, but this was another good one from this Grumps guide. Excuse me. Talk about the start screen of the game could tell a lot, and how it rushed the team, and how they took pride in their work, and pretty much saying that it make it seem like they don't care. And again, you know what I like about the Starfield, about any Starfield controversy? It's been shut down. Props to the Xbox community, because usually the Xbox community kind of falls for this stuff, and then you deal with a lot of people who be like, oh, we need to fire Phil Spencer over fucking home screen. But this time around, the Xbox community is like, well, what is this dumb shit? And rightfully, he's been calling it out, because I'm sorry, how long do you spend on the home screen again on a video game? Oh, that's right, about 10 seconds. No, not even 10 seconds. You go to the home screen, click new, and you're in the game. And the fact, just the level to which they're trying to tear down Starfield, man, and the failure of which it is, they've done it, has also been just wonderful. And that's what just makes the build up to Starfield, I gotta say, has been fantastic. I mean, on both ends. Props to Xbox and Bethesda, Todd Howard, Phil, and everybody in between, Pete Hines, and everybody working hard, because they did a fantastic job presenting this game and making it seem even bigger than we thought for a space RPG. On the other hand, because they did such a great job, the bullshit that came out of it has been just wonderful entertainment, in my opinion. I can't get mad at the stupidness, because one, they're not going to be playing Starfield, they're going to be watching us playing it, and two, I'm sorry, you guys know me. You know what doesn't get to me? Oh, that's right, other people's nonsense. I laugh at this stuff. I make fun of this stuff, because it is comical that this guy here, and what's crazy, specifically, with this Grumps guy and King Thrash, is that when proven wrong, they doubled down. So it was almost like the more that you call them out, the harder and harder they went to defend their stupid positions. I mean, King Thrash is literally saying, when somebody say, hey, what's next? You want them to land on the sun? Why not? When saying, how the fuck can you land on a gas giant planet? There's literally no way to land on it because it's gas, right? Well, it's science fiction. And that's another thing. That's why that personally I don't debate fanboys. I just call them out, because you can't debate stupid. You can't debate people who do not give a fuck about facts. They do not give a fuck about the truth. They do not give a fuck about being proven wrong. They don't care. They don't care that Starfield looks great. The only thing they care about is tearing it down because it's Xbox. That's it. And because of that, what happens when you argue with them, you end up in this weird loop, right? You end up in this weird loop where you're kind of just repeating yourself over and over to somebody who's never going to listen, because as I've noticed, whenever you see these guys' responses to any criticism to their stupidity, they double down harder, and it's almost becomes to a point where when you notice that it doesn't matter, you just pull back and laugh at them, because that's all they deserve. They just deserve to be laughed at, because this is comedy. This is ridiculous. I saw one guy. He tried to say that King Thrash was only called out because he's black. Trying to pull. How the fuck you pull a red card on a dude who's stupid? Maybe if his dumbass didn't embarrass himself on a public forum, none of this would happen. Have you thought about that? It's not racism. Come on. But that's where we're at, and that's why your boy Unlimited just kicks back, laughs, has fun, and because this time tomorrow, guys, most of us are going to be on Starfield. A number of y'all going to be on Starfield on the 6th. And by the way, I'm picking a winner for my giveaway of 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for whoever, and the person that's and. When you go to under the community tab and see the giveaway, I ask for your gamer tag because I'm going to give you the code directly that way. So because I want you guys to enjoy it too, and if I had it big, if I was like a real big YouTuber, I would have just flat out given out copies of the game. But I don't got it that damn good. Game Over said Sony is a joke. Starfield would be the biggest game of all time. It's over for these ponies. Sony, their time is up. Yeah, they need to worry about Sony hiking the price of PlayStation Plus on them, $40 a year. That's what they need to worry about. And yet they let Sony for nothing. One day before Starfield releases, they let Sony increase the price of PlayStation Plus up to $40 a fucking year. And you know what their response was? To talk about Starfield. Ain't that a shame? That's why, like this article said, Starfield's never come to PS5, and PlayStation fanboys need to get over it. Hey, see, here's the thing. I really truly believe this. As an Xbox fan, we already won this generation. Don't tell me about sales. Don't tell me about Spider-Man. Don't tell me about God of War. I don't care. I don't care because on Xbox, we got Starfield. I just saw that apparently there's a rumor that Gear 6 development's going around. So Gear 6 in 2024. Hello, Avowed next year. Hellblade 2 next year. Clockwork Revolution in development. Fable in development. South of Midnight. So when Xbox has this insane lineup, including the biggest game of 2023, that could be a game of the decade level game based off their previous work. I don't understand how any Xbox fan could ever be upset. I just don't. And for me personally, I'm happy. I am so happy with Xbox right now that there's not a single thing a PlayStation fan could ever say that would get me to be like, man, fuck Xbox. Because how can they tell me about Xbox, a console they don't own and they don't play, right? What's up, Unlimited Production and my gaming brothers? What's up, Snooki Jackson? Remake Station 5. By the way, that's a great username, Remake Station 5. They're trying to rationalize the big price increase of PlayStation Plus. It's hilarious how they always downplay bad news, especially when they should be protesting. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. They said that they will gladly pay full price, $70 for games instead of renting them, whatever nonsense. And then Sony increased the price. Sony was the first to increase the price of their AAA games. Right? Then Sony increased the price of the consoles. And what did they say? Oh, it's going to sell even better. Now Sony increases the price. And this isn't like the $1 or $2 increase that Xbox Game Pass had earlier this year. No. This is a significant jump. A significant jump, right? And yet, what's the reaction? Starfield. To me, that sounds like the losing side. To me, that sounds like the losers. That sounds like the ones who are coping. That sounds like the one who's got to rationalize. Because on Xbox, when Microsoft increased the price in Game Pass, we were like, oh, dude, Game Pass is so good. I'm surprised it wasn't raised sooner. Fuck it. And plus, it was only like, what, $1 a month? Went from $15 to $16. Oh, yay. you know. And then people like me, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I stacked up. I'm good. My Game Pass is good until like December 2024 or something like that. So I'm really good. Your Boy Unlimited is really good, stacked up for a minute, right? And then so for me personally, I really didn't care because it's not going to affect me for a long fucking time. It is what it is, man. Game Over said Dreamcast guy cried because he didn't get a review code. Yeah. Oh, great. Thank you for reminding me, Game Over. That's right. Because yeah, isn't it hilarious, Game Over, how so many people who shit on Xbox are somehow confused and upset Xbox didn't give them review codes? I don't know. Xbox, the one brand of the big three that clearly has their ears to the ground on the gaming world. That's the only ones who really interact with gamers. You do know the review sites like Metro UK and Dreamcast Guy and Reforge Gaming. They're aware of the shit you guys say. When Metro Gaming docs reviews Hi-Fi Rush and docks its score because Xbox had a trash lineup in 2022, they see that shit. Of course, they're not going to give you a review code, and it's not. And here's the thing: people try to spit. Oh, by the way, Sony's done that shit for years, so that really means nothing to me. And shout out to my brother Heba because he exposed this one long ago, and I'm gonna put it on screen for you guys. Here's one example of Sony. Sony refusing to give people reviews codes like this Survivor site, and he says right there, one thing's abundantly clear: PlayStation Australia does not wish to provide a Gran Turismo review code to anyone intended to write for their site, right? And then here's another example. It's official. Reviews of The Last of Us 2, positive reviews were afraid. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's official. Reviewers that gave The Last of Us 2 positive reviews were afraid of being blacklisted by Sony and had to keep with good terms in Sony. So here's just two examples, right, of Sony doing it too. So and here's the thing, and I get it because at the end of the day, these brands got to protect these companies got to protect their brands. Starfield's a massive game. I believe had over $200 million budget. What did they say? 300 or 500 developers. Why the fuck were they? And this is why I don't even understand why bonuses are tied to review scores. Because imagine working this hard on your game for years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and your bonus comes to a jackass who gonna give it a bad score purposely because they hate the consoles associated with. I mean, I could not imagine the bonus to my job being tied to some guy who hates me because I beat him up in third grade or something. You know, and yet that's where the gaming world is, and I'll never understand it. I don't understand, and maybe it's part of the entertainment industry. Maybe there's some incentives of like, hey, maybe if you win over the critics, we'll pay you more, but modern gaming journalism, and I use the word journalism in the loosest words possible, they don't have that integrity. They don't have that integrity to where it makes sense to build, to base any type of incentives of it when we see proof time and time again from the likes of like the IGN, who keep purposely forgetting to put Xbox on games that are coming soon. There's a lady at IGN who put out this bizarre tweet yesterday about how she thinks the game looks boring, this and that, and then of course after that long ass tweet she does that disqualifier a lot of people do, where after shitting on something they'll be like, I hope it's good though, I hope it's good, you know, and people were just baffled because when have you ever seen any big game a day or two before release and somebody say, man, do this long ass post like, man, I never played the game, but that game was terrible, and you know, that game looks bad, that game looks this and that, and then to break it down even further, what was going to happen is that the people who told themselves they weren't going to like the game, that they weren't going to like Starfield, they're going to nitpick every single thing about it because they already told themselves they don't like it. Right, and when you tell yourself you don't like it, it's like if I went to see the Barbie movie after saying, man, this is some feminist bullshit. And then what am I doing when I'm watching the Barbie movie? I'm looking for every scene that demeans men. And then I come out the movie like, man, Didn't the Barbie movie suck because it shitted on men, while other people just want to see a movie about fucking Barbie and loved it. And that's what's going to happen here. Six Slayer said they don't even address what you're saying. They just go to a whole different tangent. Yeah. Well, and that's because, like I said, sick. Facts don't matter to them. The truth don't matter to them. Only their narrative does. So that's why I be telling Xbox fans, guys, stop giving them attention. Right? You don't need to give them attention. Just laugh at them. Just laugh at them. Make your videos. Get whatever little YouTube money you could get out of it. Get whatever Twitter impression you could get out of it, and move on. But don't get wrapped up into it because anytime that happens, all they do is pull you down to their level of stupidity, and it always is stupidity, right? Bro, the leaks look fucking fire. I won't say more, but I can't wait, man. Less than 24 hours. Yeah, I haven't seen any leaks, Wilkins. So yeah, let's try not to spoil anything. But tomorrow, man, tomorrow's the big day, and you know what, Xbox community, man, we did it, man. We put up through a lot of shit for this wonderful, spectacular game, and to say I'm hyped is beyond words. I mean, I love Mass Effect. Love it, love Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect so much, I even love Mass Effect Andromeda, and people hate that game. I love the Outer Worlds. Love the Outer Worlds. I thought that was fantastic. Starfield looks better than both. Starfield looks bigger than both. Starfield looks bigger than the Mass Effect trilogy, and that was 3 freaking games where you could only go to select planets, and you weren't really able to explore the way you can in Starfield. Right? Hey, what's up, Fireboss? What's up, my friend? This is gonna be the next Mass Effect. Yeah, man. It looks even bigger than Mass Effect, in my opinion. Because remember, Mass Effect had excellent characters, especially Mass Effect 2. Man, the characterization in that was excellent. But and while it is a space RPG, there wasn't really like exploring and stuff in those games. Maybe in Andromeda, you explored a bit more on those planets. But even then on Andromeda, you only terraformed, I think, 3 planets, if I remember correctly. So even then, it wasn't to the scale of Starfield. Hey, what's up, Faded Blaze? What's up, Faded Blaze? Yeah, I see the chat. The chat's on fire already. What's up, guys? Less than 24 hours. You know it, Shane G. You know it, man. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that we're one day away from Starfield. You know, and I want to celebrate by just reliving the stupidest narratives, because all the narratives were dumb. The marketing narrative, was that one not fantastic for about 2 weeks ago? And now look at it now. The marketing has been such fire with Starfield. I'm seeing people post photos of, say, like Starfield buses in cities, Starfield billboards. I think in New York they got something. I think Bethesda even said that they have 1,001 I don't know, posters or something, and they want people to find them all. They just did that Imagine Dragons song today that they released. They did the live action trailer last week. They did the 3 animated trailers recently. So yeah, Pete Hines. At what point is the gaming world going to listen to people that actually work for these companies? When Pete Hines tells people to relax, just listen to him. The man's been working there for years. The man's not sitting here lying to our faces like we're a bunch of idiots. All right, and what ended up happening? Oh, that's right. Starfield's marketing has been just off the chain. And then now I'm seeing the unboxing videos for the Starfield Constellation Edition, and mine arrived today, and that thing is freaking gorgeous and perfect. Hey, what's up, Hebot? What's up? Shane G said, I really hope Xbox guys don't let reviews ruin our fun tomorrow. Yeah, 100%. And Shane G, good thing you mentioned that, because I have noticed that there is a subset of the Xbox community who they want the review scores, they want the game of the year. And by the way, that's not the Baldur's Gate. I'm telling you guys right now, they want all that. But what it doesn't seem to click with them that when listen, these media sites are telling you what they are. So So when the lady from IGN tells you 2 days before the game release that she thinks the game looks bad, why would you be surprised when she gives the game a bad score, right? Now, and I'm not even sure if she's reviewing it or not, but you get my point. And even if she don't get a bad score per se, she's gonna be on her podcast shitting on the game because she already told you what she thought without even playing it. And for some reason, the Xbox community just doesn't. For some of them, they keep thinking that it's possible to win these people over when their fans are their preferred console first, gamers second. And I think that's a bit different from the Adam Sessler Morgan Webb days where they were gamers first and they didn't have that brand loyalty. But now the modern gamers, they grew up on Nintendo, they grew up on PlayStation, and now they prioritize those systems first, and then in a very hypocritical way, they will lambash the console wars while pushing the console wars, right? And they do it for engagement and clicks and views, and once you pick up on stuff like that. And that's something that I want the Xbox community to do more, is pick up on the little stuff. See how on one hand they'll be like, "What, a console wars suck," and then the next minute you got the same people who tell you that will be on their podcast laughing at PC gamers because the Last of Us PC version runs worse on PlayStation, right? How's that not console warring? That's worse than the shit that I do, and I'm an admitted fanboy. Starfield multiplat 97, Starfield Xbox exclusive 89. Yeah, definitely. And you know me, man. I don't even like. I sometimes feel like I'm the only one who's honest enough to say, look, I don't read this shit. And I noticed that people treat review scores, Shane G, the way they do articles. Now, notice how clickbait is so popular these days because people don't even read the articles. They read the headline, base their opinion off it, and then be upset, right? So if an article if an article says, say, will Starfield be on PS5, right? And and this article will say, no, it's not coming, the usual bullshit, right? Well, this probably isn't a good example because this article is legit trash, but still, in politics it's way worse because politics would do shit like this school is trying to ban trans kids. And then in the article, it's literally nothing about that. It's some innocuous shit. But people see the headline, they be like, "Oh, you damn Republicans, you hate children," or "You damn liberals, why are you forcing this on children?" And then everybody end up in a fucking fight over lies. And the gaming media is the same way. Xbox has a game plan for this generation, and Sony is struggling. Yeah, Sony's struggling hard. Hey, what's up, Silver Swagger 128, man? My first time seeing you here, so welcome. Thank you for joining. And you're on 100%. And their game plan was set in stone at the beginning of the generation. We're just seeing it play out now. Like Phil said during Gamescom, Silver Swag, they got the games. They got the games to release them consistency now. It's no more a hope or a promise or whatever they used to say. It's now, hey, next year you getting Avowed, Hellblade, Gears 6, and whatever else they got in their works. So you're absolutely right. Excellent comment, Silver. What up, everyone? What's up, Shizno Elite? Gotcha. Oh, yes, Towerborn does look amazing. People were saying he bought that it's almost like Xbox version of Castle Crashers. But I think the art in Towerborn looks even better than Castle Crashers. From the little 7-minute gameplay I saw, yeah, that game looks dope. And another Xbox exclusive coming out next year. I mean, Xbox just again, how any Xbox fan could ever be tricked into being upset with this console is beyond me. Let's see. Hey, Garcia. He said, my kids and I are really looking forward for Towerborn. Yeah, Towerborn looks awesome. And you know what? Shout out to the chat, man. I'm glad you guys are giving Towerborn some love. I know it comes out next year, and the whole world is focusing on Starfield at the moment. But yeah, man, Towerborn does look impressive. I saw like a 7-minute gameplay, and I thought it looked fun. And that's the thing with me. If the gameplay looks fun, you kind of got me hooked already. Everything else just kind of falls into place after that. And the same gonna be with Starfield, man. If that game, it looks like they nailed the gameplay, and when a gameplay hooks me, thank you, Game of the Year. Let's see. Faded Blaze said the ponies and Sony centric guys try to blame Microsoft for PlayStation price increases when they increased the price earlier this year. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like how the Series S get blamed for everything now. It's a weird scapegoat they do, Faded Blaze, which doesn't make sense. And yeah, I am going to tell about that PlayStation price hike because that's some bullshit, and it's just hilarious, that they don't care because all they care because they like us, they only care about Starfield, and rightfully so. Starfield, more impressive than some shitty service. One Punch Jedi, he says Diviver. Hey, thank you for joining One Punch. And Little Conquer, thank you for joining as well, man. He said, I'm so ready for Starfield. Going to put 150 hours in it this year alone. Same here, man. Same here. I have a feeling Starfield is going to overtake the Assassin's Creed games, which are my most played games on Xbox. Because I love them games. You know, the RPG trilogy? Love them games. And this looked like it's going to be that new number one spot. But yeah, man, Starfield. Listen, this time tomorrow, a lot of us going to be playing it, and the rest are going to be playing September 6th. And that's worth celebrating. You know, it's always worth celebrating when a great game comes. But when you get the game of the generation, exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem, and you know that the opposing side wants that game on their fucking console because those same people who are tearing it down were the same ones who, when they thought that game was exclusive, was hyping it up. Oh, when Colin Moriarty told you for whatever that fucking word is, prosperity reasons, that's probably the wrong word. As a matter of fact, the IGN girl used that same word yesterday. Back to the point. When Colin Moriarty says that he essentially guarantees games like Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5 are still coming to PlayStation, and he's proven wrong, you know what they do? Instead, they turn. Instead of because they loved what we saw in June as much as we did, and they would love to live in a world where Starfield was hitting PlayStation, and then they get Spider-Man a month later, so they could rub it in our faces, telling them, haha, Xbox got no games. All they got is Forza. Now it's the reverse. Now Xbox got Starfield this month. Xbox got Forza next month. And all they got is another Spider-Man, the third Spider-Man in 5 years. And and you see how hard they're pretending to care about that game the few times they talk about it. What Stella Chung did to the Bethesda devs was disgusting. Yeah, man. Her spill, and she deleted the original comment, so all that's left is her original tweet in the tiny ass text that you see on screen. But this 3 paragraphs here, she pretty much just shat on the game, talking about how it looks okay in quotation marks, which pretty much means she thinks it looks like trash. Let's be real here. If she's not gonna be real, I'm gonna be real, right? But I sent you the link, by the way, man. If you're still in the chat, I forgot to tell you. But you're right, man. And by the way, she works at IGN, and she's on one. I think she's on Ryan McCaffrey's podcast as well. And for her to drop this 2 days before Starfield come out, how that just screams, that's something I've never seen. I've never seen Greg Miller 2 days before God of War say, man, God of War looks okay. You know, I hope it's good. But I mean, it just looks fine. The gameplay is that impressive. The story looks boring. Never. Leave that to the shit like people like me who aren't. I'm not a journalist. I'm just a gamer who likes talking about games. I'm just a gamer who's hyped for game who's talking about Starfield. I'm just a gamer who enjoys the occasional shit talk when I talk about Spider-Man. Because hint, guys, I've said it a million times. I actually like Spider-Man on PlayStation. I love superhero games. Sue me. You know, the shit that I don't like are the God of Wars and Horizons though. I will die on that hill that those games are genuinely boring Sony walking simulator bullshit. NukesDragon.com has a Starfield character builder. Okay, I'm gonna check that out after this, man. Let me pull up that URL. Yeah, good shit, man. Again, chat, you guys have been spectacular. Thank you for everybody watching, by the way. Chat, you guys been spectacular, man. Because you guys be even dropping knowledge on me. And I'm the host of the damn show. The one who's supposed to know it all. not literally. But you Shiznam Lee said, man, Starfield is gonna be sick tomorrow. Can't wait. Although I'm still playing Atlas Fallen and Immortals and Avians and Everspace 2. Dang, I have too much to play. Yep, the gamer's dilemma. And thanks Xbox for because Everspace 2 just released like a few days ago on Game Pass. Damn it, Xbox, you too good to us. But I'm gonna be real with you, sis. Now, I haven't really played any game since maybe Sunday because all I think about is Starfield. And tomorrow I'm just gonna be hooked on Starfield. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that when I get excited for a game, super excited for a game, other games just it's kind of tough to hold my attention. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. As much fun as I'm having with Atlas Fallen, I haven't touched it since like Sunday, man. Because the Starfield hype is just too strong. It's too strong, sis. Now, Dreamcast guy not the only one. Eurogamer and even that clown Reforge Gaming tried to get a review code, but was denied. Yeah, again, Faded Blaze. Why would they? This is what I don't understand. These guys, these sites, and these YouTubers. They do know that their videos are literally on their channel. You go to their channel right now and you see them shitting on Xbox every single video. So some of them don't even talk about PlayStation in as much as they do Xbox, and they're supposed to be PlayStation related channel. Dreamcast guy is literally named after a Sega console and never talks about the fucking Dreamcast. Right? Never. And yet somehow these guys still thought they were entitled to review codes. I'm proud that Todd Howard, Phil Spencer, whoever made the call, didn't just give them out to every fucking person. Good. Be discerning with who you give your review codes to. Sony does it. Nintendo does it. Right? So you do it. And here's the thing. Even though they've been discerning, they've still given out codes earlier than ever. They're releasing the review embargo earlier than ever. Bethesda has a lot of confidence in the game. Phil has a lot of confidence in the game. When you hear people like Pete Hines talk about Starfield, just notice the joy that they have for the game. And that joy is going to resonate to us because we're going to be the one having fun, where they're going to be the ones on Twitter bitching. They're going to be the ones on Twitter taking screenshots, putting their videos on 720p, pretending the graphics look like 360 games, instead of playing a PlayStation game because there's nothing to play on that console. Everything's on Xbox thanks to Game Pass. That girl just saying stupid crap. I don't know why she even said anything. Yeah, it's weird. I've never seen that, especially 2 days before a major release. But that's my thing. People might sometimes when you're outside of the Xbox community, you might think that Xbox fans could kind of be like conspiracy theorists, thinking that the media is after them. But when you see stuff like this, when you see stuff like people hating on the home screen of Starfield, and it blows up, it's not like this tweet just had nobody see it. This dude's tweet about that screen had something like 10 million impressions on Twitter or something crazy like that. So millions of people see this nonsense, and what other conclusion can you come to? You know, and like this article say, Starfield's never come to PlayStation, and the fanboys need to get over it. Microsoft not gonna let them pony sites shit on their studio's work. Yeah, and nor should they. Maybe they learned a lesson from Redfall or something. Cause I remember Dreamcast guy played Redfall early, and all he did was shit on that game before it released. Bro, how are both of those games, Shizno Elite? Is the gameplay sick? Yeah, Shizno, you gotta let us know. Is Immortals of Avium? Because Atlas Fallen is One Punch Jedi. That game's awesome. And if it wasn't for I was trying to beat it before Starfield came out, but your boy Unlimited is a busy man. Well, not tomorrow, because I'm not for work for the rest of the week. That's right. Your boy ain't working tomorrow or Friday or Monday. So my ass gonna be on Starfield. But otherwise, I'm usually busy, and I only get X amount of hours per week. So I'm probably maybe 20 hours at most I thought I could have beat Atlas Fallen within that 20-hour range. Seems like it's a little longer. Oh well. Yeah, that's why I'd say now I just point and laugh. Yeah, Six Layer. These guys are a comedy act. a comedy act, man. And you know that's why that's like some Xbox dudes, they'll get mad, they'll get rowdy. I'll get rowdy in the sense that yeah, this shit is just too much, man. I can't. I'll say this: they do surprise me because I listen, guys. If you would have told me that one of the biggest talking points 2 days before Starfield release was about not landing on gas giants, I would have never fucking thought of that in a million years. So I give them that. I give the fanboys that. They could be some surprising motherfuckers when they come up with their nonsense. Yeah, you can't talk about those dudes, even when you point out how wrong they are. Oh yeah, and they be wrong all the time. Listen, these are guys who were told PlayStation 5 had RDNA 3, 13.3 teraflops, and then when those liars turned out to be wrong, they still supported them just to hate Xbox. That's right, my friend. Game of the year, Six Slayer. Let's see. Wilkins said, I get Star Wars Jedi Survivor vibes in third person with some of the clothes in the game. Yeah, I mean, it seems like the variety in the game is so large that you'll be able to be extremely creative. Hey, Nene29, Wilkins, you'll be able to be extremely creative with your build. Starfield looks huge. Oh my god, I can't wait to explore that universe. I can't believe the stupid talk we've heard about it. Yeah, and that's what made the build of Starfield so fascinating, Shizno Elite. Yes, Xbox, Bethesda, and all of them did a fantastic job promoting the game. Fantastic. You know, because one of the biggest criticisms for Xbox for years was their marketing, and here we have some of the best marketing. I gotta say, the lead up to Starfield has been some of the best marketing they've ever done, in my opinion. And listen, you're talking to somebody who had the original Xbox since March 2002. I got my first original Xbox. Fast forward over 20 years later, in September 2023, that Starfield is some of the best marketing they've done with the damn game. So it's not the marketing, and yet the more they put into it, the more hate they got from the detractors. Little Conqueror said, I love the freedom Bethesda give you to play how you want in their games. Yep. One thing that got me into open world games, Little Conqueror, was this idea of, hey, here's the open world, do what you want. Now, a lot of open world games give the illusion of that, but this is one of the few that actually lets you legit play how you want. You know, you could go hours upon hours not touching the main quest. And let me give an example. Hogwarts Legacy, one of my favorite games I played this year. Excellent game, but if you chose the Hufflepuff or Gryffindor or whatever class, right, it didn't really give you a different story. You know, your side missions were still the same and all that. With the way Bethesda does is that there's so much extra content that you could get lost into, and they even said it in Direct. Even if we land on the same planet, we're not going to have the same experiences. That's freedom. That's freedom that you can't. It's hard to reproduce that. Yo, Unlimited, when you gonna start rocking the watch? Oh yeah, I had it. Okay, so when I did the unboxing, it wasn't charged, so it's on the charger right now. After the show, I'm gonna tinker with it. I think there's an app I'll need to download for it. But yeah, after I did the unboxing, I finished work for the day, then had to take care of some personal stuff, basically. So Kenneth Williams, man, what's up, Kenneth Williams? And it looks like he's got. Is that the dude from Naruto in your avatar? He says, "Sup, Belinda is going to be the first time grinding Starfield." Hey, Heatbot, what's up, man?
What's going on? Give me a sec, brother. Hold on.
All right.
I'm trying to fix the audio here. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. So
hold on.
Oh yeah. Well, Goggle posted, yeah. You listed a day.
Talk.
Yeah, you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you loud and clear, Heatbot.
Brother Unlimited.
Yeah, I could hear you loud and clear.
Brother Unlimited.
So I could hear you. You can't hear me. But yeah, Goggle Poe, I'm with you there. Less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours, and I'll be blasted away from those stupid. Yep. Listen, When I play, here's the thing. This is why I'm not. This is why I'm not a review. This is why I don't care about review scores. Go poll, because I played so many games where I didn't review well. I played it and had fun, and so why would I care about somebody else's opinion when I'm enjoying a game? And then a game like this, why would I let? Excuse me. Why would I let anybody run that hype? Hebot, man, you were loud and clear a minute ago. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. What's going on, brother?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just talking, just having fun, reliving the best, if you well, the worst, the stupidest narrative of Starfield.
Armageddon comes tomorrow.
Yes. the day of reckoning. The day they didn't want to see it.
Hey, let me just start by saying, fuck you, Kotaku. Fuck you, Dreamcast guy. Fuck you, MDB. How fucking dare you? The audacity to think that you have the entitlement. Reforge Gaming, suck a big fat cock. How fucking dare you? After you've been trashing Xbox all this time that, oh, they gotta send me a copy. Don't you know who the fuck I am? I'm the superhero of the day. Like, the audacity and the fucking gall to think that you are something special, that you deserve a fucking code, and then have the nerve to goalpost and say red flag. It must mean the game is trash because you're fucking salty and mad that they treated you like what you are, a piece of trash, a piece of trash. Yeah, I just wanted to say that first and foremost.
Yes.
How are you, Unlimited?
I'm good. Yo, Hebot, man. Explain it to me. How is it possible that these guys shit on Xbox for literal years and then they're confused why Xbox ain't giving them new stuff?
Bro, dude, that's like, I told you, they act like battered wife syndrome. And I know some people might take that the wrong way, but you know, a battered wife that's in denial that she may be a good woman. The man just keeps beating her because he knows she's good and she's nice and she's naive or, you know, scared or whatever the case may be. And he just keeps abusing her mentally, verbally, physically, and then she just doesn't go away, right? That motherfuckers suffer from battered wife syndrome. They really think that they're gonna do that, and that fucking Microsoft just gonna come back to them with like suckers, like you know what I mean, like a battered wife. No, that's not how that works, brother. Listen, I'm glad Microsoft finally has the nerve or the cojones, if you will, how we say in Spanish, right? Yeah. The cojones to put their pants in their britches and have the testicular fortitude, right, to say, listen, you want Starfield, go buy it. Or check it out on Game Pass if you want to play it so bad. Like, dude, we talk about people that have big subscriber base that you know they have a nice revenue coming in every month, and you're going to be crying over a code. Motherfucker, go pay for it. You got all the smaller guys down here like you, myself, paying out of our own hard-earned money, staying in debt sometimes in some situations and circumstances just so that we can play a game that we might like, so we can have a little, you know, moment of freedom or of mind clearing. And these motherfuckers just want shit free when they know they could afford it 3, 4, 12 times over. They don't even give back to the community. They don't give giveaways. They don't give their fucking goddamn fucking fan base. As a matter of fact, they don't give shout outs to the fucking chat because they're the best there is, the best there ever was, and the best there ever will be, right? Like our boy used to say in wrestling. Bret Hart, right? Yeah. Exactly. Like, they're the best of the best. And these guys even support some of those clowns just to show them support when they don't deserve it. And these motherfuckers never reciprocate back. They never even give something to the chat or nothing. These guys can afford it, like I said, 2, 3, 4 times over. And yet they still say that, hey, can you please help me out with my Patreon? And please help me out. Please help me out with my super chat. Or, you know, some part of the movement, help me out with my PayPal. Meanwhile, meanwhile, they don't even give back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I'm glad you pointed that out, man. I'm glad you pointed that out. You know, because they could probably hustle a certain fan base, but they ain't gonna hustle the head of Xbox and Bethesda. Come on, man. But let me address Nene's comment here real quick. He said that Grumps guy is at it again. He now says the PC version of Starfield will do fine, but the Xbox version will not due to not having modders. Well, here's a kicker. Pete Hines confirmed that Xbox will get modding support anyway. So Grums, this miserable asshole, could go fuck himself.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, guys, let me show you something real quick as well. The giveaway ends tomorrow. So on screen, you see here is my YouTube channel. Click on my YouTube channel under the community tab and scroll down to this giveaway announcement. You can win 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate. I'm picking a winner September 1st. So that's just in time for Starfield. So just want to give you guys a heads up on that. As a thank you, that's been my thank you for everybody. But man, the chat is unbelievably spectacular today. I did not realize I was so far behind on the chat, Hebot. You there? Oh, Hebot comes in and out.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. What were you asking me? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, man, the chat has been beyond incredible today. I did not realize.
Oh, absolutely. Every time these guys come up, show up, and they put up and they show the love, the respect. They have good conversation. They bring up incredible topics, and they become part of the show. Like they're an important, prevalent part of every show that any of us puts up and do, right? Yeah. That's why I say it's important not to forget them, give them a shout out, because without them, what the fuck is the point of doing these shows? It wouldn't be, right? Because it'd be us talking to ourselves, basically. Yeah, and that's the shit that I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I'm glad that we fostered this kind of community because these guys are intelligent as hell. They'll even educate.
Absolutely.
So I just want to give y'all guys some respect. Space Marine 40K. By the way, Space Marine, I'm assuming that you're a fan of the Space Marine 40K game that's coming out later this year. The gameplay looks awesome. I saw the gameplay
Jesus
today.
Christ. Awesome. That's my most anticipated game. I love Space Marine 1. I always told people that game was fire. Man, that game was awesome. It had a mixture of, of Gears of War with fucking a little bit of like beat 'em up segments. And it had a fucking segment where you were flying in the air, fighting in the middle of the air, just like Ninja Blade, just like the Batman. What was it? The prequel where he fights the Joker as he's falling down the building, he's beating his ass. I forgot the name of that. Which the first one. It's back on Pat. Which Batman was that? The one that was done not by Remedy. The other dude.
The ones who did Gotham Knights. It's Batman Origins.
Origins. That's it. Batman Origins. There's a segment where you're fighting the Joker while you're falling down, you're beating his ass. And it's the same thing in Space Marine. It's a nice segment like that. And in Ninja Blade. Those are the 3 games I remember having segments like that were just fucking super hype beasts. Because I like it was just a hype beast moment.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with the game, from the violence, the turret wielding, getting on some vehicles. Bro, did you see that extended gameplay today? I was like, holy shit.
That was fantastic, man.
And another sleeper game that people may not be paying attention, no sleep on it, the fucking Banisher.
Yep.
The Banisher looks fucking dope.
Yes.
Where he fights with the spirit of his dead wife.
Yeah.
And she has magic. Oh, that shit look fucking dope too. That looks like a mixture of like a dark sector with a little bit of elements of like God of War, and so it has like a little bit of like a bunch of games, but it looks really, really unique and dope. I'm really looking forward to that. It looks good.
The Focus Entertainment, one of the most underrated publishers, show both games
right now. Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
They also publish Atlas Fallen. I love that game.
They also publish Evil. They also published Evil West. Yeah.
Right. Excellent.
They had a fantastic year this year so far, and I believe they're publishing Space Marine and Banisher, I think too.
Yep.
So for me, they're like publisher of the year, to be honest, because they dropped some fire this year. They dropped some heat.
Just a fantastic game. Hey, Red Dead Panda, thank you for joining.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining as well. Man,
Oh, no,
Red
see?
Dead, guys, Red Dead is all the way in New Zealand. So the fact that she's joining, man, huge.
Oh yeah, Red Dead Panda. Yeah. Shout out to her.
I think it's already August 31st in her country right now.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. She's going to be able to play Starfield today.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah.
You know they're playing that. They can play that shit right now in Japan because it's already the next day in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're probably rocking on Starfield right now.
Yeah, man. Dr. Vaca said, Moriarty and his buddies, part-time hobo and damage control enthusiast, David Jaffrey are gonna be hating. Yeah, David Jaffrey. By the way, I saw what he did with that quote-unquote Seinfeld tweet bullshit.
Yeah. You saw that, right? He swear he's fucking cute. Yeah.
With that fake ass typo. Hey, Tuck,
fucking stupid ass.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Hey, Chuck, what's going on?
Hey, yeah. So Tuck, tonight's show. I know it's a little later than usual. You know, we're interacting with the chat tonight. So
it's an impromptu.
Yeah. Exactly. So, hold on. Tuck, I just realized that TV. Tell the audience about your new TV, man.
Let me tell you, man. Last night, my Vizio M series went out on me last night, man. And I tried to call He-Bot last night, try to get information for him and all that stuff. And and when I turned around and looked at Best Buy and I looked at the TV, I just said to hell with it. I just went out there and bought it and be done with it. But let me tell you, man, it's not an OLED, it's a Q.
It's a QLED. Yeah. It's like the panel is the next best panel after OLED.
Right. But it's possible, though, man.
But it's still good though.
The colors pop real good. I got 120 hertz. It can go up to 244 hertz, but which right now, we're not ready for that kind of advancement.
Yeah.
Unless unless I had a computer or something like that, it probably can handle it then. But I've been reading the reviews of it, and hey man, it's a good picture, real good picture. I think it was one of the. For the price I bought it for, I couldn't beat it. Couldn't beat it at all, man. I bought it. Let me see, $635, and it was an open box, and it didn't have nothing wrong with it. And as far as I'm concerned, man, it's a good buy. I love it. I love every single minute of this. Plus, I say, well, okay. I might as well gonna get one now because the thing about it is, hey, Starfield's getting to come out, and I want the best for Starfield. And I know these clowns, these so-called clowns of the PS5 thing is they tripping, they bugging out now, and then now they got to worry about another thing. Their yearly price is going up now. Right. On their tiers, so. I don't got nothing to say, man. I don't got nothing to say about that. I'm just enjoying life, and that's the way I'm just enjoying it.
Oh, 100%, Tuck. Because listen, the biggest game of the year releases tomorrow. This time tomorrow, we're all going to be on Starfield, unless you're waiting until the 7th. Goggle Post said Stella and Ryan McCaffrey from the quote-unquote Xbox podcast. Why are they doing an Xbox podcast when all they do is complain from the space station? It's so obnoxious. Yeah.
Doing speculations without playing the game. They're fucking amazing. Yeah. And then their speculation is always negative.
Yeah.
Like, how you an Xbox fan, but all you doing is talking negative shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you? Look, listen, it's like you just pointed out earlier. Like, all these people talking about the review codes. Listen, 2-3 years ago, they would talk about how Survivor, that fucking site, like you pointed out, them motherfuckers were getting blacklisted because they didn't want to give them a good review on the fucking game.
No.
The people, or some shit like that.
Let me correct the way you worded it. It's not that they didn't want to give a good review. The game sucked. They were being honest. They were being
honest. Right. And Sony was like, "Oh fuck that, you ain't doing that." And then they were fucking fear mongering other fucking goddamn reviewers, which came out and said they were afraid to give a review on Last of Us 2 so they wouldn't get blacklisted. What does the fuck does that tell you? Because no company wants you, right?
Yeah.
To make bad of their product.
Yep.
But the difference is Microsoft doesn't give, hide giving review copies to anybody because they're afraid it's a bad product. They tell you be honest, say whatever you want to say. Mm-hmm. They're just tired of catering to people that they rightfully know will be okay in front of their face, turn their back, and literally talk shit about them right behind their back with them being in the same room.
Yep.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
People like, let's say, for example, what's his name? Not Jez Gordon, the other dude that interviewed him in that everybody swears he's a fucking goddamn insider with the fucking beard. And with that beard, he's kind of heavy set too. I forget his fucking name. Jesus Christ. People like Paul Tassi talking about, look, I'm getting sick and tired of these console wars shit. Yeah, I know why, motherfucker. Because now, you dick puller, now the console war is in favor of Xbox. And since you don't like Xbox, you're a fucking front because you're just trying to establish an audience in Forbes when it's supposed to be about business and money, not video games. You know you can't fucking do that negative shit because nobody's paying attention to you. So because the console war is not in favor of Sony, right? To make Xbox look bad and Sony look great, now he's saying he's sick and tired of console wars. I don't even want to be part of it. You fucking hypocrite. Take them fucking glasses and shove them up your fucking a-hole. You fucking asshole. The fuck out of here. Yeah, they think people are stupid. All these motherfuckers think we fucking dumb and we haven't been keeping tabs on them since 2013. Listen, the beautiful thing about the internet is that everything stays there. Yeah, I got all the receipts on every motherfucker.
That's the best part. It's crazy. What's even crazier is when I saw Dreamcast guy and Reforged Gaming complain because they weren't even. It's not like they shitted on Xbox 10 years ago. They shit on them last week. Just last week.
Yeah.
On them.
Yes, sir.
But
yes, sir.
Red Dead Panda said, Baldur's Gate 3 at the end of the year. I'm excited, but that Starfield hype has me going. Every game is man comparison.
Oh yeah. And the good thing, Red Dead, you still get to play Baldur's Gate, so you're gonna have the best of both worlds. Exactly. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
You know what? The worst console in the world, the Xbox Series S, is gonna do to what PlayStation 5 can't do. Play Starfield and Baldur's Gate. Boom, there you go.
Exactly. And guess what else they can't play? They can't play Forza. They can't play Hellblade 2. They can't play Fable. They can't play Perfect Dark. They can't play Valve. Oh my God, that shit must hurt. It really hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. It's hilarious. And Tuck out here saying fuck them. Yeah, I'm with you there.
Fuck them. Meanwhile, they're just gonna announce another fucking goddamn Uncharted.
This is
another fucking God of War and a Horizon Zero Dawn. They already said Horizon Zero Dawn in the works. This time we'll have more variations in the machines. Yeah. Okay, whoopee fucking doo-doo.
Yeah, and what was that, Tuck?
See, this one thing I don't get about the PlayStation Nation and all them damn faggots and all them faggots over there is that they don't keep on talking about. Now the only narrative they can talk about now, and it is not even true. It's about the Xbox Series S can't do split screen. I mean, damn, who cares about split screen? That's the only thing they can talk about. That's the only thing they can talk about.
Yeah, they just make stuff
up.
The
developers saying that that these machines are not powerful enough and all that stuff. What's up, man? Please. I mean, I've been listening to clowns all doggone day, so y'all please. That's the only day that y'all can talk with now.
The last time I heard when they talked about the Series S, it was said that it was a more inferior version of the X, and that's why it was $299 as opposed to $500. Meaning it can do a lot of things similar to the Series X, but not everything. So I don't know where they got this narrative that if a game wasn't capable because it's more demanding, right? Because whether it's bigger, more graphically demanding, particle effects, using VFX, whatever, ray tracing, and all that other wonderful glorious, graphical techniques that they use now. Obviously, the more ambitious that developers get, the longer the development cycle is going to be, and in some cases, maybe more difficult, right? So, I don't know where they got that memo where it said, yeah, everything the X can do, the Series S can do. No, that's not true. They never said that. So where did they say that?
Listen, like I said at the beginning of the show, and I don't know if you were here, they don't give a fuck about facts on PlayStation side. Their main operandi is Xbox, and they'll bend the truth to fit that narrative. I mean, for the love of God, everybody caught up on King. What's that noise?
You hear background noise?
Yeah,
Hold on.
background noise is too loud. Yeah. Listen, King Thrash literally said one of the dumbest things I ever seen a human say. Worse than the volcanoing from the Forza Horizon days about landing on a gas giant planet. Everybody harped on him, and instead of just taking his L, what'd he do? Oh, why not? It's a video game. It's a sci-fi game.
Well, somebody said, well, I guess we're gonna land on the sun, right? He said, why not? I was like, oh, he did not say that. Yeah. He really isn't that stupid, right?
Yeah, no, because listen, he all he does is a troll to get a reaction out of you, and it's going. By the way, the shit we're seeing on Twitter is going to get worse because Elon is paying a lot of fucking money for his impressions. It looks like, and so they're saying whatever.
Well, they're trying to get paid too, because Twitter's paying out money now. They're trying to get all that attraction. That's why I really try not to pay attention, and basically what I'll do is I'll retweet somebody else quoting that person, because I don't want to give them the time of day going to their thing, especially now. If I see that shit with a check mark, I was like, yo, you ain't gonna get paid behind mine giving you fucking tweets. No way.
Yeah, it's Toolman 55. What did you think of Todd Howard's thank you to everyone from Robert Altman to the staff, the field, the Microsoft, and the fans of their game? Yeah, it was classy. It was classy. The people that work. Here's the thing, Toolman. The people that work on these games work extremely hard. And I feel like the gaming community could be quite ungrateful towards devs, especially if a game has tiny issues where they pretend that the tiniest issue means that a game is broken and all that shit. And then half the time it'd be like maybe a minor bug or glitch at worst. But the negativity in gaming, Toolman, is so extreme these days that it's nice to see. It's nice to see them get appreciated. I loved it, man.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, that's special, man. I mean, at least they got appreciated for the work that they did. So
yeah, and well deserved. Sometimes when you work hard, it's just genuinely nice to get that appreciation. Vodka said, check out the YouTuber Starfield Signal. He's an Xbox gamer, but that's the same review code in Starfield and Stream Deck. Yeah, I saw that, man. I've been watching Starfield Signal for a minute now. Vodka. I like him, man. I like his content. I mean, Dion Hess says, I think everybody's going to be off for Starfield and calling in sick. Hey, listen, man. I put my PTO at the beginning of the month for tomorrow and Friday.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to be home chilling, waiting for that game to drop so I can start playing immediately. You damn right, Dion Hayes. You damn right. That's what they're gonna do. Oh, Realist, what's up, man? I don't know if I said what's up to you. I'm on vacation. Oh wow, Shane G said he's on vacation till September 9th. That's what's up, Shane G. I'm only off until Tuesday myself, but I got another vacation coming in October though. But still, yeah, Shane G. Sometimes you gotta take some days off work and just enjoy it, man. We're not meant to work. We're not meant to work until we die, man. You gotta get a lot out of life. Nate 29 said, "Did you already talk about King Thrash not landing?" Yeah, I talked about it. You can see it on screen right now, man. It just one of the dumbest sentences a human has ever uttered. Tuck. It was baffling. It was baffling that he thought that was a gotcha towards Starfield, and all he did was make himself look stupid.
Yeah.
Others said,
What? Boy, I tell you right now.
Hey, do you work tonight, Tuck? I don't want to hold you up, man.
No. Don't you dare talk about don't work tonight.
Oh, okay, cool. You like me? You gonna be off? That's what's up. I love it.
Yeah, I'm out. I don't go back to work until tomorrow night.
Oh, that's what's up. Others Inc. said Jim Ryan would say something classy to its developers too if they made good games. Nah, man. Nah, Jim Ryan. Nah, Jim Ryan would just charge him more or something. Like he raising the price on, because Jim Ryan rose the price on console games. They're the first to raise their price on console games this generation. Rose the price of the PlayStation consoles, and now raised the price of PlayStation Plus by up to $40.
Yeah. So if you want the high end, you got to pay 160,
something like that. And they don't get games day one, Tuck. They don't get, like, what does that service offer?
I mean, I was hearing this one guy, I forgot his name. I mean, he's more like he's a pony, but he also will tell the truth if PlayStation is messing it up too.
Yeah. I
mean, so he's one of them guys, but he's one of them guys that he was not impressed with the last press conference that they did. I'm very sure he probably lost a lot of people on his show, but I really don't think he don't even care, because he told them, because I listened to the video today, and he said straight up, he said, I told y'all guys this a long damn time ago. I told you a long damn time ago, we don't have any online games, so now Sony gonna raise the prices up on everything, and we don't even have no online games. And he said, well, and then he's gonna say, well, we okay with our single player game. He said, no, I'm not. He said, they're gonna raise the price like that? No, man, forget that. No. And he said that to Dale in this video.
Damn.
He said, hey, he said the thing about it, I can understand that he might be trying to work on things in the future online, but he said, I'm talking about right now. 140 a year.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
Man, he said, man, please. He said, Sony need to stop that crap.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's like, if it was worth it, then maybe. But even then, everything's more expensive now, and it's driving people crazy, right?
Yeah.
And gaming is a luxury. And it's bad enough that $70 game is well, if you buy them day one for these big games. So yeah, Sony's just full of shit.
These people seem to forget, right, that the original price for PS Now, right, was like $200 and something a year. The only reason they lowered the price for their online and for PS Plus, because now it's combined, was because of Microsoft having such a cheap rate on Game Pass with Xbox Live. You see what I'm saying? But Sony doesn't have the position that Microsoft has. Sony needs money. They've been saying it for the longest time.
Thank you.
They said clear as day that they're going to do price hikes in certain areas, and they're going to cut prices in other areas to start to make incentive to get hardware sales. Huh?
You get that?
What was that?
Okay.
Hey, and anybody, you know what that means? You know what that means? That, hey, if you buy a PS5 for a lower price, and if you buy the year subscription, you're going to still the same damn price.
Yeah, you're still, at the end of the day, still paying the same price. But the difference is, by you subscribing and paying more for the subscription, what it does is they make more money directly, because it's directly to them.
Right.
When you're buying the hardware, you're clearly sharing whatever it is that they pay or make is shared with whatever store or retailer you buy it from. You understand?
Right.
So that's the difference, right? So they're already gonna sell at a bulk rate when they get bought. When the stores buy in bulks, they gotta give them a bulk rate. So they already lose right there as it is. And that's what people don't understand. These things are being done because Sony needs money. It's just that simple. They don't have no games this holiday but Spider-Man, right?
Right.
they know that Spider-Man probably won't make the same numbers because a lot of people are not really happy and talking about how it looks like the same thing. And it's the third game already, with if you include Miles Morales, even though we all know that was a DLC and things of that nature, right? So you know, the sales of Spider-Man, I'm predicting, are not going to be as big as the first one, and I'm predicting that based on what you're seeing.
You got your blinkers on?
Huh?
You got your blinkers on?
My blinkers? I did before. Why?
Yeah.
I was hearing from me. I blinked.
Yeah, you know, Hebot only ever does. Hebot drives 24/7, so he don't even have a house anymore.
Yeah, so you know, I lowered it a little bit. Maybe you guys won't hear it that loud, but
no, it's not that bad.
So you know, but you know, again, they're gonna lose money with that fucking Portal shit. They're gonna lose money with that.
Oh, 100%.
That's already lost already.
They already lost mad money because they already have said it with fucking, what the fuck was it? PlayStation VR 2, right? They're gonna lose. They already lost a lot of money with the exclusive deals they did with a lot of these companies, like Square Enix with Final Fantasy 16. They have to figure out a way to stay making that money. You know what I mean? So again, it makes sense. Even though people don't want to understand, it was like when we were saying when Microsoft was trying to raise the price with Xbox Live Gold, right? We said it's been like that since the beginning of 360, over 15, maybe 18 years, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Those servers are expensive to continue to pay and do. So now when Microsoft cuts corners so they don't spend money on things that are not making them money, right? Now that they made the announcement, for example, of closing the store, for example, 360 store, I guarantee you that was a option they looked at because they couldn't do the price hike because they got the backlash, right?
Right.
The same way now they're fusing the Game Pass trial with 25 games and more with the core pass and took away Xbox Live Gold, right? And now people are talking shit about that because they're like, oh, you're not going to get no free games. At least Sony's giving us a free game. Motherfucker, for one game Sony gives you for free every month, you're getting like 40 on Game Pass, full games that you can play at no extra cost, right? So the logic is fucking beyond retarded and mental. But a lot of those changes, I think, was because they're trying to, you know, make up the cost and money that they would have made if they would have just put the price up on Xbox Live, because dedicated servers, cloud servers, and servers in general are expensive. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, very expensive.
And people don't understand that. The bandwidth is retarded expensive. Why you think cable, national TV, even fucking places like Direct TV that they lost the Sunday ticket, for Christ's sakes? I thought that would never happen. They lost it to YouTube, right?
Yep.
Why do you think they still fucking air network television at 720p?
Yeah, because the higher you go with resolution, it gets way, especially 4K.
The bandwidth, the bandwidth for 4K is like 40 gigabytes per minute or some shit. It's a retarded number. Yeah. Right? That shit is expensive. And only companies like Amazon, right? The big dogs, you know, the big threes. Amazon, you know, what's the other one? Netflix. They're the only ones that are able to stream in 4K, even though it still bit streams down in downscales to like 2 or 3K. They're still, or Disney, right? They're the only ones because they make billions of dollars a year.
Yeah.
Right? But
right.
Go ahead.
Oh no. Finish what you're saying, and I was gonna move on.
Well, no, I know it's long-winded, but it's just to get the point across. That is why Microsoft, right? They give you the game's running with dedicated servers. Street Fighter is on dedicated servers, right? They just put, what was the other game? The Call of Duties on their dedicated servers. They fixed the server. A couple other games are now running on actual, using Microsoft's dedicated servers that have been free. Because remember, they don't charge extra to developers. They've been free. It's part of the ecosystem. Shit. When you play on PC, and any PC person could attest to what I'm saying and tell me that I'm right. When you play on PC, when you used to play something like Battlefield, if you want to play on dedicated servers, you had to pay an hourly rate for that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Microsoft has been offering these shits for free since the Xbox One. Any game can use it. Any developer. Free. Dedicated servers. Okay? The best in the business. Not peer-to-peer. Dedicated. And so this costs money. And that's why they were trying to do the price hike. But then they retracted back. But now you see they're taking shortcuts in other places because they need to make up for that money. And that's part of the problem.
Now, hey, now, let me ask you this, but I want to ask you one question. Now, we know, Microsoft, we dubbed that price and all that stuff, raising up lives. Now, do you think Sony gonna give a damn about that? You think these fans is gonna cry about that? And do you think Sony gonna give a damn?
Oh, so Sony don't give a damn, and I got proof, Tuck. Jim Ryan, we're always evaluating prices, willing to make price adjustments. Pretty much he just tells them, he already told them months ago, we're going to do what we got to do. And you and the PlayStation community, Tuck, has a history of just taking it and liking it. And they put their energy towards Xbox. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, Dion Hayes says a lot of rappers and celebrities and singers are saying they want to play Starfield when it comes out. Can't wait. Even people in the WWE. That's how big it is.
Dude, unlimited.
Yeah.
Unlimited. All that shit talking and rhetoric that they weren't going to market the game. Mm-hmm. They did probably one of the best real life action promo ads for video games in history since probably Gears of War. You saw the live action one they did during Gamescom, right?
Yeah.
And just this morning, I saw the one they did with the video and music by Imagine Dragons.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but before you got here, I told the chat, man, this is what the marketing for Starfield has been some of the best that I can remember from Xbox. It's on
100% overdrive right now. Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's funny because just 2 weeks ago, Pete Hines told fans to relax over the Starfield marketing, right? And at some point, the game world just gotta believe. Listen, the people at these companies, when they tell you stuff, just believe them. They're not
because they know, right?
They're not lying to your faces. All right, they're not lying to the. Now I know the gaming media likes lying to y'all, but not the
right.
These companies, man. And for some reason, when he said that, everybody, when it comes to Xbox, everybody's an expert. During the hearings, there were expert lawyers. During Starfield, there were expert marketers. During whenever a game doesn't review well, they're expert developers.
Thank you, sir.
They're a lot of experts, man. Shizdon Luke said the Xbox community will be in. What? Oh, Mark, you cut off on me, Hebot.
I said, I'm sorry. I've been saying this for years. I say Xbox does two things with marketing. One, they no longer use the traditional way because the traditional way is not getting more views than social media. That's number one, right? Yeah. People are refusing to believe that, but I'm sorry. More people be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and even fucking Facebook to a certain extent than they are on regular TV at home. Okay? Or in the movie theater. That's number one. And number two, at Microsoft, if you paid attention, every time they advertise the hell out of a game, they wait until literally the last month to do it because they want it to be fresh in people's minds.
Yeah.
They want to have that impact of, it's coming out real soon. Like, for example, tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow, right? So what they did a fucking hype beast goddamn video with Imagine Dragons for the goddamn game. People are going to see it. They're gonna be like, holy shit, that looks fucking incredible. When it come out tomorrow, oh, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's their angle, and they've been their tactic as far as marketing their big games. They've been doing this forever. If you go back and pay attention, they've always done it. They get real aggressive and really fucking dominant with marketing 2 to 3 or sometimes a month out before the game releases. They always wait till it's close to release date to do it.
Yeah,
because
to rev up the marketing.
Right, to hype people up, because what's the point, right, in marketing something for a whole year, right, in fucking May or January, let's say January, February, right? If the game don't come out until September, and then the fucking hype kind of goes away, who's talking about Spider-Man? Nobody.
Yeah. That's
nobody.
That's
Nobody is, and that's why they do that.
Yeah, speaking of talking about PlayStation or something PlayStation, Real says, why don't I see Ponybots crying about the PlayStation Plus increase? Well, because like just
thank you, Realist.
My friend, they're talking about Starfield. That's all anybody cares about right now. Starfield. It's Xbox.
Bro,
Starfield.
PlayStation dudes are marketing Starfield more than Xbox dudes. Yeah. At this point.
They're certain. Well, listen, like I said earlier. He bought King Thrash and this Grums guy. Their tweets, their stupid tweets, the one about the home screen and the one about Lennon on Gas Giants, had millions upon millions of impressions. By impressions, I mean people saw it on Twitter, and what happened? They didn't turn on Starfield. They laughed at them, and now they bought Xboxes to get Starfield because, like Tuck, I think it was Tuck who showed me today. No, it was Zink. I don't remember if it was Zink or Tuck, but one of them two showed me that there was 1,000% increase.
Oh, that was me.
Oh no! It was
that was me. Yeah. The increase on Amazon.
It was you and Toolman. Toolman hit me up earlier today.
Toolman hit me up too. Yeah, and I shared it with Toolman. Yeah.
It was you and Toolman. Thank you. I want to give the right people the right credit. So
no. You're right.
You and Toolman showed me proof that the Xbox Series X sales increase 1,000% as we get closer to Starfield. So
it was Toolman first. It was Toolman first, and then I shared it with you guys because he sent it to me, and I had not seen it. He said it was up like 3 days ago, and I said, "Oh wow, it went up 1,000% on Amazon sales, for example, because of Starfield." And talk about being crazy. Look, you got to understand, this game's on Game Pass.
Yes,
you don't even have to go out and buy it day one, and it's still motherfuckers are out there buying it. Yep. Starfield's gonna sell way more than fucking Spider-Man. I don't want to hear that shit.
Listen, we're talking about Xbox had both Sea of Thieves and Forza Horizon 5 had 33 million players, and neither game had this hype. Neither had close to this hype.
Right, and if anything, they had negative hype where people were worried if they were gonna even last long because if they weren't good enough to last long, right? You know what I mean?
Sea of Thieves Forza was a hit. But Forza's going to do. Starfield's going to be a bigger version of Forza, where millions of players are going to play it 5 days early, like I am tomorrow. Because y'all remember, Forza has like 3 million players before it officially released 5 days ago.
Yeah, and I remember they were trying to say, "Oh, that was Game Pass." Like, no, dummy, you got the early bird. You could only play it if you bought the $100 version, retards.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that. Remember when they were saying that because it's on Game Pass? Like, no.
Yep.
Stupid. Stupid.
Wilkins here said, Skill Up, which is a reviewer, said he would never review another Bethesda game after Fallout 76, but it's now crying he didn't get a code. Yeah, again,
fuck Skill Up. Suck a dick.
Exactly. Again,
fuck you.
Shitting on Bethesda and confused why they're
listen. That's exactly my
consequences.
Yes. Yes, sir. And that's exactly my fucking point. Skill Up is one that makes a bunch of money on YouTube. Dude, the fact that you're crying because you didn't get a copy when you could just Game Pass it, bro, or buy it yourself is sad. That's sad.
But you know what? That's what really make it really so sad. That's what make it so good for us. And you know, Sony probably want to tell well, we don't have no games. But there's only one thing about it. See, we don't just have the games on the Game Pass. We also spend money on our games. Mm-hmm. So otherwise,
yeah.
I don't get the narrative what they talking about.
Excellent point, Tuck. Because I could confirm all three of us have bought games that are on Game Pass before.
Yeah,
all day.
I just did an unboxing of a $300 Constellation Edition earlier.
yeah.
Fuck you, Unlimited. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, Unlimited. Fuck you. You ain't shit.
Hey, check it out. I just went on there and bought a TV for Starfield.
Right.
So, hey, I got that beautiful OLED, man, and that I can't wait to see Starfield on that OLED tomorrow, man. That's gonna be,
oh my God.
that's gonna be spectacular. Dion Hayes says first they said the showcase was terrible. Second, they come out and said the handheld that looks like trash and nobody wants it. And then they raised the price of PlayStation Plus. I just laugh. Yeah, of course. Sony gives them nothing, man. Listen, Dion Hayes, there's a reason why PlayStation fans are talking about Xbox and Starfield. Because there's nothing to talk about with Sony. There's nothing.
Hell no, nothing to talk about.
Oh, hey guys, we got a new handheld. Y'all didn't buy the Vita or the PSP, so kiss my ass on. So y'all really ain't buying the Portal.
Hell, who the fuck said that's a handheld? Are you stupid? That's a Wii U pad. What the fuck?
I mean, you're right because you need a PS5 before
What
the game.
the fuck? That shit won't work without a PS5.
Yeah,
and a Wii and a Wi-Fi fucking connection. Oh, these dudes, the level of stretch that they go to. Like E-Rock always said, the mental gymnastic that these motherfuckers make you go through is crazy.
Yeah, man. That's because they lost and they're on the losing end, right? And because they're on the losing end, he bought it Tuck in chat. The losers talk about the winners. Let's put it that way. The losers always talk about the winners. There's a reason why we're going to be enjoying Starfield tomorrow, and they're going to be talking about us enjoying Starfield.
Right. Look, let's be honest.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just saying. Enjoy watching us play exclusively on YouTube, on the YouTube app on PlayStation.
That's right. No, wait. Hold up. Wait. Does PS5 still got the YouTube app? Yeah, they do. I was about to say, they might not even be able to do that because I know they don't have a fucking goddamn internet browser. That's for sure. So, look, I'm going to be real serious right now for just like 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is this. All that rhetoric about we got the best consoles, we got PS5 got the best games, Nintendo Switch got the best games, Zelda came and went and nobody's talking about it no more. All that rhetoric, right? If you're really that happy with what you have, why are you always constantly just talking about something you don't like?
Right. Like
Xbox or Starfield or Forza? Whatever the case may be, bro, we're about to get Jusant on Game Pass.
Yep.
Another game in October, right? Why are you worried about what you saying and claiming and from swearing up and down, even using Jesus Christ's name in vain that you don't care about, but that's all you talk about?
Yeah. They kill me. I see that one a lot on Twitter when somebody will point that out. Man, you talk about Starfield more than the Xbox guys. Well, I don't make the news. You know, if you didn't care, you wouldn't respond, basically. Because Other Zinc said to Mike Johnson, and Mike Johnson, he's a PlayStation guy. I actually kind of like Mike. He's a funny dude, but he's a PlayStation guy. He'll say some nonsense here and there.
Yeah, but we're not referring when we talk about PlayStation guys. We don't refer guys like Mike Johnson that are actual PlayStation fans. They're neutral. They're not being disrespectful or being ridiculous about shit.
Yeah, he ain't like the ones that be in 100.
There's the difference.
The guys in 100 chat be like, PlayStation 5, 50 million, Xbox 12 million.
Right.
Mike just likes PlayStation, man. I like Mike. But anyway,
Mike is the kind of guy that he'll be like, look, I'm happy with my Spider-Man, but it's nice to see that there's hype on a game for Xbox too. That's pretty dope. Like, he's that type of dude, right?
Yeah. But Zink responded to Mike Johnson, said, yeah, I'm glad they stopped working on the PS5 version of Starfield because Starfield can't be made on the PlayStation. Well, there you go. By the way, shout out to Zink because Zink been saying forever that one of the reasons it got delayed because they needed to scrub the PlayStation version of Starfield. Shout out to Zig. He's been saying that forever, man. Nene29 said PlayStation's Plus first day and date game see its stars drops in the service for them to play, and to show how much they appreciate their fantasy, they raised the subscription service the day they get an actual day and date game. They raised it. That's cool. I did not think about that, Nene. That's funny, man. Shizno Lee said, I'm sure Starfield is better not having the PlayStation. Well, Todd did say that, something similar to that, or that it was easier because they don't got to make the PlayStation version. By the way, when Todd sent out that thank you, guys, he thanked Xbox and Microsoft a lot in that thank you letter. So
yeah, I haven't seen it. Where was it at?
Okay, yeah, let me find it real quick. It was a long letter, so I'm not going to read it all.
No, send it to me so I could read it when I get a chance. I never saw it. I never saw it.
I'll send it to you on Twitter.
Where did he put it, on Twitter?
Yeah.
He put it on Twitter?
Yeah, and it's a long thank you letter, basically, he did. And he thanked Xbox, Phil Spencer, and Microsoft a lot.
Several times? Yeah.
So that's, hey, Dea, if you...
Hey! What up, Dea?
Yeah, Dea, if you're still there, feel free, I can send you a link if you're still there.
Let me tell you right now, fellas, before we get through, before we do anything else. When I went over and got that TV today, good news, I saw 3 people go ahead and do the Xbox All Access.
Oh, yeah?
And I when I told him, I said, I want to ask him, I said, why y'all buy the, and he said, well, hell, I mean, this one guy said, well, PlayStation don't have nothing to play on. So I'm going to go ahead and just get an Xbox to play Starfield.
Right. Listen, Tuck, it's going to just get bigger and bigger because Game Pass, dude. Game Pass is just too attractive. Once people know what Game Pass is, what it's offering, and how much it costs, it's too much of an attractive deal or proposition for anyone that likes to play video games to just be like, nah, I ain't gonna try that. Impossible. Doc, look, half of those dudes that be on Twitter, including King Thrash, MGB, Reforge, all them dudes, I guarantee you that, look, Red Dragon got caught red-handed.
Oh,
pun intended. No pun intended.
What was he lying about?
No, I'll tell you in a minute. I think you already know, but I'll refresh your memory. All those dudes got Game Pass. All those dudes play on Xbox. They'll lie about it, but you know they do. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, Red Dragon admitted that he bought an Xbox, right? And I think he bought the $100 version of Starfield with Xbox Bing points.
Yes. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker to what you said, he bought. Think about it. He spent all this shit talking does to Xbox. He still spent money and he spent enough money at Xbox to have points to play it. And he's gonna go on Twitter and shit on the game. But does he not realize Microsoft already got his money? Hey, Dea, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, girl, what's up? Hey, what's going on?
Spreading that wisdom everywhere.
I try, but that's only because you keep me motivated, my love.
Oh, such a sweetheart.
Remember, Dea's my only partner in crime with He-Man and She-Ra. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's my partner in crime.
Yeah, man. You got the power with her.
She got the power.
What's She-Ra's catchphrase?
Oh man, I can't wait.
Thanks,
Mike, man. Yeah, man. A lot of people like that unboxing earlier.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was a good unboxing. The one you did for the Starfield. What was it? Constellation edition, right?
Yeah. So
no, I didn't think
he bought, man. It's a little too noisy.
Okay, no problem. Let me mute.
All right, Dea. So thank you for joining. Since we're on the eve of the biggest game of the year, Dea, and what happened to me is what you said last time we were together. I haven't played a game since like Sunday because I'm so hyped for Starfield. Same. And nothing's just holding my attention.
Same.
But today, what I'm doing, Dea, is just I was just reliving the craziest Starfield narratives because there were a lot of just funny ones, man. From the gas giant from King Thrash, man, that was classic from yesterday. The guy who complained about the start screen.
Yes.
Everybody, the people who hated on Xbox forever, that didn't get review codes. The marketing, the Starfield marketing fake concern, right, and the lack of vehicles on land and stuff,
right.
I pretty much just went back and just went back to the history and just looked at all. And the reason why I'm pointing all this out, Dea, is because what was so great about what's going on is that it hasn't really diminished the Xbox community. Usually it does. You know, usually this nonsense will get to them, but this stuff is so stupid that nobody in the Xbox community could get mad.
They can't take away our excitement for this game. It's nothing they can do. Hold on for a second.
Got that right. Ain't nothing they can do about that excitement. I mean, it's just exciting time for Xbox players, and that's it.
It is. I'm so hyped. It's not just, it's not just, this is beyond just getting a new game, because they act like we haven't had no games. They forget that in 2021 Microsoft was published.
Okay, there. Let it go. Go ahead, girl.
Yeah, they forget,
go ahead.
That Psychonauts was a great game. It's just that in those years we had to share our IP with them. That's the only thing. Those was Microsoft games, but we had to share them.
Hey, Dea. Could I add to what you just said when you're done?
Yes, sir. You can add to it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, finish it. Finish.
Oh, you want? Okay. Yeah. So I just what they don't understand is this is a game that took 25 years to make. We used other legendary games that are award winning as its testing ground just to build this game. Ty Howard only has a few games that he'll ever release because his games come out so far apart. We'll look back at this time and his games will seem so legendary because one day he'll be gone. And maybe he has one more game in him. That's it. This game is huge, not only for Microsoft, but for us as gamers. And that's why I'm so happy. As a person who loves Bethesda games, as a person who loves the idea and the vision that Ty has, he's a visionary. You know how people say that Kojima's a visionary? I really see Ty Howard as that, because this guy, the time and the effort he puts into stuff, and he doesn't care about the amount of time that he puts into it. He doesn't care how much work or anything. And you know what? I don't even think they're about to review bomb Starfield. They're ready. The UK outlets, gaming outlets out there are ready. They're angry at Microsoft because Microsoft did what it had to do. They have to protect their IP at all costs. And they knew what these people were leading up to. IGN is still not putting Microsoft in a list of publishers or console holders or anything that is getting these games. Like if a game is coming out for both PlayStation and Xbox gets left out. Nobody even knows that they're getting it. So right now you have places like IGN that's hurting their sales. I was glad to see that Xbox finally did what it had to do.
Hey, there.
And
really fast. First of all, yes, I think Kojima is way overrated. He only has one real game that was found to be compelling in his belt, which is Metal Gear. And then people try to push that Stranding, which is really not a great game at all.
It's not on par with Metal Gear. I like Metal Gear, but it's not.
I think Todd Howard has added and given more in many ways to the gaming community than he has. Me personally, and you can call me blasphemous all you want. Okay?
Because Todd Howard's games have pushed the industry.
Oh yeah, forward, absolutely, and the genres, whatever genre it is, he pushed it forward.
And the way
you know what I mean? Look, as a matter of fact, just today they already said they already started working on the Elder Scrolls 6, right?
Yep.
Just today, because they finished Starfield, so they already said we're already working on Elder Scrolls 6, right?
Right.
Now, the other thing I want to say, but you were talking about with the game. Xbox has had games the entire time. That they just haven't, because if you go back, when we bought Xbox One, they had games. They had over 15 titles, while PlayStation only had Resogun and Killzone, okay, or Knack, okay. They didn't have games. They had indie games. Right. The difference is that Microsoft, with time, because they didn't have third party, and because a lot of the third party deals they did, went on the wayside, and they went and did other projects after they helped them. Mm-hmm. They had to bring out smaller titles here and there because they weren't AAA budget. But that didn't mean they didn't have games and that they weren't good. But Microsoft has had games consistently every year. Whether they were smaller and not as much is irrelevant. They had games. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's the difference. PlayStation literally didn't have shit. They hadn't have no game for 3.5 years with fucking PS4. You know what I mean?
I want to add something to what you just brought out. Is that Microsoft got betrayed by a lot of companies during that time.
Oh, yeah.
And they tried. They tried working with other companies, and in some cases, like Platinum, they got robbed, basically.
Yes.
Their money was taken from them and used elsewhere. In some cases, they helped elevate some studios only to be betrayed by them, to be left out, to go to PlayStation and then be left out entirely while PlayStation gets a game that maybe their tech or their money elevated. A good example of that, I know Insomniac had a right to be sold and bought somewhere else. I get that, and maybe Microsoft should have did that. But they used tech that Microsoft helped pay for to create a game for PlayStation that people on the Xbox platform couldn't play. Think about that.
Microsoft gave Platinum Games because there's someone I know personally, right? I can't mention his name. He's good friends with Phil, right? Mm-hmm. And he discussed this with him in DM, and Phil sent him the DM. The person sent me the picture of the conversation with Phil, but I never gave it up, obviously, due to discretion and due to privacy, because he trusted in me. Right. But I'm telling you, I can show it to you off camera, right? Okay. Off air, that's what he did. $100 million was given to Platinum Games, right? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
To do Scalebound, right? And when even though Kamaya said, this is my dream game that I've always wanted to do since I started doing development, right? He went with Platinum Games and did 8 other projects, which include Bayonetta 2, rather, mm-hmm. and also include Nier Automata, right? Which became hits, right? Mm-hmm. While they were supposed to be focusing and concentrating on Scalebound.
Right.
Scalebound was literally supposed to come out that year when they showed that boss fight where they was fighting a scorpion that had the X on it, right, for Xbox, right. And then it showed Phil Spencer as one of the avatars that was driving the dragon.
Right.
But they were saying that it was bad, like the frame rate was bad. It was really not playable. That year was supposed to come out, and the game still wasn't in the state that they needed it. And that's why Phil cut ties and said, listen, we got to let you go, do what you got to do. And they've been begging. Kamaya's been begging for a while. Even got drunk on air talking about, please, Microsoft, give me another chance. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? For a minute. Platinum Games and Kamaya never admitted that they were ever wrong. That's how you know this is the truth.
Right.
And then finally, all these years later, I think it was last year or a year before, mm-hmm. that's when they said, oh yeah, we feel bad that Microsoft got all the heat and took all the bad press because it wasn't their fault. You know what I mean?
And that was the bullshit part.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because they should have done that right from the beginning. Yeah. If they would have done that right from the beginning, people would have forgave them. People would have took it as, they're classy. And at least they're being honest. You get what I'm saying?
Microsoft, they could have repaired that relationship. And you know what? Right now, Platinum might be a first-party Xbox studio.
Yep.
Had they done that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
That relationship in a better way. And
I
say the same is true for the people who made the Ori games.
Yeah. Yeah. That
the studio is rotten.
Oh yeah, studio. You mean Moon Studios? Yeah, because of their arrogance.
Yeah.
Because of their arrogance, because they saw.
Yeah, they saw success on They wanted to chase that Nintendo and Sony money, basically.
They saw. Yeah, they saw the game did well, and they saw all these people kept on them, and it was those Nintendo fans and haters of Xbox, like, bring it to Nintendo. It's the game that feels like it belongs to Nintendo. And what did
which is
Microsoft do?
nonsense.
Right.
Yeah,
But what did Microsoft do? They told them,
they let them go to Nintendo.
they said, okay, we'll publish Ori 2. After that, you figure it out on your own. And where's Moon Studios now?
I haven't
They
heard
haven't.
hide to hear from them. I don't know where they are.
Right.
Pretty much, you know, Phil. The number one thing Phil learned last gen is just to own this stuff, just to own your catalog
There
of
you
games.
go.
You
There you
know,
go.
and everything's just so much easier when you own it. You don't got to deal with these stupid third party deals where they all want to go to the popular brand. Now, listen, we went from Xbox wasting $100 million on Scalebound to Todd Howard pretty much writing this dude a love letter.
Yes,
A day
yes.
before Starfield comes out.
And Ty Howard could marry him. You be hearing wedding bells right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, man. Yeah, Xbox All In out here calling me out. He said, "Okay, I'm beginning to not like Unlimited." Oh man, what did I do?
Yes, he's
What'd I
jealous
do,
just
man?
like I am. Unlimited. We're really
For
jealous of you.
Starfield, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I watched that, by the way. I left a comment.
Yeah, I saw it, man.
Hey, I mean, and just like you said, I mean, the last generation, look what all Microsoft did. They have all these people get their stuff together and put their games on the system, and what they do, they screwed them. So
They
like you
did.
said, Microsoft said, "Fuck it,
They did.
we're gonna just own all the studios, and that's it."
Yeah. Hey, hold on, man. Something ain't right. Zinc,
needs to be in here.
Zinc, how the hell you in my chat? You didn't mention Halo once. You all right, man? Send me more code. Send me more code if you need rescuing, man. 'Cause that ain't right, man. Wilkins the one name dropping Halo, not you. Nah. That ain't right. That don't sit right with me.
That
You
ain't
better
really
respond. You better respond within 5 minutes, man.
That's
And
a
it better be
clone
Halo.
Zink.
It better be Halo related. Or I'm gonna go to Chicago, my ass, and go search for you like I did E-Rock.
That is a Zinc clone. When you show up in Chicago, you're gonna see Zinc standing across the street. He's gonna point at you and open his mouth and scream
Yeah.
like body snatches.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man, I think he's
Zinc,
gone, man.
yeah, Zinc he ain't catching nobody in lies tonight, so we'll see.
No, he's been on it. I've seen him in a couple of other chats. I've been hopping around. I've been enjoying myself because
Right.
oh man, this is a celebration. I can't express how big this is in gaming. It's
Mhm.
not just Xbox, it's gaming as a whole. And I'm just really surprised at the pushback from the media. Like I thought this would be the one game, if there was no other game, that they really couldn't trash into the ground, but they're trying their best. And I don't think it's going to work. Too many people are too interested in it. And
Yeah.
watch how much money Microsoft rakes in after this game, because already is number 1 in Steam.
Right.
I got 16 people that haven't yet bought the game that have it on their wish list. That's not even including the people who already bought it. 16 people.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Steam. I also got it on Xbox.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of people. I don't think I've
Oh.
ever seen that many people want one game on my list ever. I can't recall a time.
Right. Yeah. It's just this is just so exciting. Let's see here the chat. Let's see. Dion has said they also said the Elder Scrolls 6 will not be available for PlayStation only. Well, only Xbox and PC. Let's go. I'm ready for that banger as well. Yeah. Well, remember what it came out that in November 2021, Dion. That's when Phil made the call to make every Bethesda game going forward Xbox exclusive. That's how we found out Indiana Jones was an exclusive as well. So okay. Thank you. Xbox All In said Redfall controllers, LG OLED TV, deep voice, and it's been building for some time now. Oh shit! Thanks, man. Okay, Zinc.
Redfall controllers.
Zinc said Halo Infinite was the biggest Halo launch in history. Sarah Bond. Well, there you go.
There you
Okay,
go,
now
yeah.
I know that's the real Zinc and not the imposter.
There we go.
Yeah.
He's not a clone.
Yeah, I know, guys. Bethesda fan base will provide cover. Yeah. By the way, let me say this, and we're about to wrap it up in a second.
Okay.
But let me say this, Sega Forever. I remember in 2020, right? Because remember, the Xbox Series S came out like literally a month after the initial news dropped of them buying Bethesda, and I remember watching a lot of unboxing videos. and half of them were people's like, I bought this for Bethesda. So even though Xbox Series X sales has exploded 1,000% on Amazon heading to Starfield, let's not forget a lot of people who've been buying it since day one in 2020 been buying it for Bethesda as well. So this game's gonna be a massive hit. There's a reason why the marketing budget has just exploded recently. There's a reason why that's happened. Let's see here.
That means those people, no matter what the reviews say, they already sold.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, and the only people that need to go now are the ones. These are the Xbox fans I can't stand, man. The ones who every time somebody posts about Starfield, they put out these sissy tweets like, "Oh, I hope it's good. Oh, please be good. Please be good."
Yeah, or they say the bullshit. It needs to be good because if it's not good, then Xbox has failed because they haven't had no games for 10 years or 15 months or whatever.
That's another thing. They always lie. That's another thing, Hebot. Why do they keep lying about this? It's like the closer we get to Starfield, the longer they pretend to get Xbox hasn't released the game. For like a year when we just had Redfall and Hi-Fi Rush, I literally hear people say this is the biggest game since Halo 3. Halo 3 came out in 2007.
Exactly. So my dude, it's because they think that Metacritic actually counts. Yeah, they think that the Metacritic scores actually mean something when it doesn't. You understand what I'm saying?
So tomorrow, if Starfield doesn't have a 90 Metacritic, those are the crybabies I'm going to kick out of the community. You know what I'm saying? Because no more of that. I'm done with that. I'm done seeing that dumb shit. I'm done. It's like, how much of a cow? It's video games. Why is your opinion based off other people's opinions? Because that's all reviews are.
That's what Pony.
Y'all don't even read the fucking reviews. Y'all look at the scores and then base your opinion off that. And by the way, let me give you an example of how I know y'all don't read reviews. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you a perfect example how I know y'all don't read this shit.
Here we go. Here we go, Dale. Look, he's gonna start something.
I know they got unlimited.
He's gonna start something. He's gonna start something. Look at this. Yeah. Unlimited shit. Unlimited shit. He's starting something. Look.
Yep.
Mama, you need the parking?
We're gonna need touch.
Sure. Okay.
Hold on. I'm searching for it right now. Here it is. So this is how I know the motherfuckers don't read it, because from Metro's own review, these are one of the guys by the who bitch they didn't review code.
Right.
They gave this game an 80. And look at the dumb shit they said in their review. The wasteland that has been Xbox release schedule the last few years limits the accolades we could give the game. This is the shit y'all don't read. This is the shit that all y'all do is look at this fucking number and be like, wow, the game is trash. But y'all ain't reading the bullshit that's in these actual reviews that is fucking nonsense like this here that I keep telling y'all doesn't matter. It doesn't.
If you dig deeper.
That's why I'm so militant. 1 second, Hebot. That's why I am so militant against Metacritic and review scores. Yeah. Because I actually before I stopped caring about this shit, I was reading this stuff. You know, and I'm talking about reading this back from the days of when gaming magazines were popular.
When they were better, I know.
Yeah.
Look. Unlimited. Go ahead. Finish it.
Yeah, man. And just to see just to see the Xbox community always fall for it. Mm-hmm. No, it's not going to happen. You're not killing Starfield. You're not killing Halo. You're not killing the next Gears. You're not killing the Valve over dumb shit where reviewers are literally putting, I like the game, but I'm gonna dock it points because of some shit that's completely games are not reviewed on their merits anymore. They're reviewed based off what console the game is associated with. That's nonsense, and that's gonna happen tomorrow. And the weak Xbox fans are gonna fall for it. Sorry, y'all are done. Y'all are out.
The guys are gonna fold like a piece of paper, guys. Just be prepared.
Yeah. Look, Unlimited. What I was trying to say, right? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but what I was trying to say was, if you look even deeper, right, when you look at those reviews, right, you'll see shit like, oh, the game is boring, and then he gave it a 0. That's not a review. Yeah, that's not a review.
Oh, how about this one? How about the opposite end? Sony reviews are literally shit like this game isn't that fun, but 10 out of 10.
I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah.
And I
you know how rant real quick, please. I want to get in here about Halo. I am sick of people who haven't touched Halo since it released. And then they talk about the game is trash. How is the game trash? The game has always played well. The people who always play Halo say the gameplay is well. Nobody from Halo ever said the gameplay wasn't good. They had a problem with the content coming out on a regular basis. That was it.
Yeah.
The game has never been bad.
They always misconstrued the message. Yeah.
How you know? People in chat and everything. I want to just say this, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Hebot. How you identify people who have not touched the game since it first launched? Because the same could be true for Cyberpunk. The same could be true for No Man's Sky. People who have not touched those games don't know what the game is today. Do not listen to people like that. If it sounds like they're still talking about the game at the time that it launched, do not listen to them. Listen to only people who have continued to play or stick with that game.
That's right.
Because otherwise you won't know the truth about that game. Okay? A game can start off buggy. Again, now that's not Halo. Halo didn't come out like that.
Never.
It came out missing co-op, and it came out having difficulty keeping the cadence because it switched to a gas game. That's different. The game was always playable. So if you go back now, ask anybody, what is the state of Halo? And I'm using this as an example because that's the most egregious, even more so than Hi-Fi Rush, because the game was phenomenal at launch. Okay, I want to know what state was Halo in, and when these people say it's trash, you know they just repeating what other people have said. They've never touched the game. And I just want to put that out there because I am so sick of hearing that the Halo hate. And I'm like, these people don't know what they're talking about. They haven't even touched it. They haven't even looked at Halo since it came out. And if they looked at it when it came out, it was a fantastic game, campaign and multiplayer. Yeah. Okay, Hebot, you go ahead.
No. You're good, baby. You know how you know how.
Hebot, before you say anything, I
go ahead.
That myself.
No, go ahead.
When Halo, when it first came out, yes, you know, it had a lot of things missing. But one thing that Microsoft did, and that was the best thing for it, they made it where people can make their own damn maps.
That's right, with Ford.
Okay, and that kept them busy until they came out with their other maps. And now that's people still making maps better than the maps that they already got coming out of their studio. So when it comes down to people trashing Halo, no, you can't trash Halo no more. I mean, it's just like you said, people that don't go out there and play it. I mean, I don't even play Halo.
It was unwarranted backlash because
I don't play Halo because it's too fast for me.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, hey, if you ain't fast on those triggers, you kiss the baby on that. But I would never ever bash Halo for what they doing, because like they said, they want this game to stay around for 10 years, and I think they're doing a good job of that game. Go ahead, Hebot.
Well, no, what I was trying to say to add to what you just said, it was okay. Halo got unwarranted hate because what it was were minuscule things, like it didn't have Forge at launch, or it didn't have co-op, whatever. Right, but the reason for that was because they were trying to do something different. They were trying to evolve the game. Everybody was talking about, hey, Halo needs to be evolved after the one with Locke, which I thought Halo 5 was fantastic. Me personally, I loved it. But people were like, oh, it needs to evolve. It wasn't that great. Get this and that. I just personally thought that people were butthurt because they concentrated more on Locke's team when it was supposed to be Locke's team going to find Master Chief, and it made perfect sense. Right, and the whole game was based off Master Chief. It was just you didn't play as him all the time. So they tried something different. Then when they did try something different, like a limited nose, then they try to trash the fucking thing, right? And when Sony does that with their IPs, it's different. Oh no, it's great, it's fantastic, because they don't try nothing risky. They don't try multiplayer. They don't try real online procedurally generated gaming. They don't do that. So it was unwarranted hate because, you know, eventually that's their pedigree title. They were going to go back and try to do the best they can to fix it. Now, as far as what they had said that I wanted to add was, you know, it got really egregious there when you saw that they did a remaster for Shadows of the Colossus, right?
Uh-huh.
The exact same game. Nothing new, nothing different, just better graphics. It got a 9.5 in score.
Wow.
The same exact score, or 9.3. It was the same exact score it got when it came out, right? Back in the PS2 era, right?
Mhm.
Then they did a remastered of Gears, which we all know, Gears Ultimate, which is the first one. Not only did it have new graphics, they added the expansion story. They added new maps, new gameplay mechanics that were in the other games. They tweaked it completely up, right? Added new cutscenes, everything, right? And that game scored an 8.3 because they were saying there was too much A button. When the original game back in the 360 era
That's classic.
scored a 95.
That's
And they
classic.
gave it an 82
Wow.
because they said it was too much A button. Okay, when it had added content, it had real work done to it, as opposed to Shadows of Colossus. You're gonna sit there with a straight face and tell me that Shadow of Colossus is a better game than Gears Ultimate? That's when you knew Metacritic was no longer reliable. It was just
Right.
basically,
Yeah.
you know, it was just super egregious and super bullshit.
Yeah,
That's how you fucking do.
Yeah, that's because since 2013, like I said a few minutes ago, reviews are done based off of what game is the you know, what console the
What
game is
platform?
associated with.
Right.
Yeah, and you're gonna see it tomorrow. You're gonna see it with a value. You're gonna see it going forward. And the Xbox community just enjoy the games because we already listen. The Xbox already won. You're never gonna convince me that the console with Game Pass, Quick Resume, Bethesda games, soon Activision with the best RPGs, especially Western RPGs on the planet, with your Valve's Clockwork Revolution, with classics like Halo, Gears, soon Call of Duty, Crash Bandicoot as first party. You're never going to convince me that lineup is the losing side. While I just watched the other side have Final Fantasy flop on their console, burning their console, and they got nothing but another Spider-Man game. But with that, guys, we're going to call it a night. Absolutely fantastic show. You know, I know I've been doing a lot of impromptu shows lately, but that's because I originally planned to just come up here and talk for an hour, then everybody wants in, and then so it ends up lasting a little longer than planned. And then the chat, my goodness, the chat, you guys are just I'm running out of words to praise you guys, guys and girls in the chat, and because you guys are absolutely spectacular. Apologies, I couldn't get to every single comment like I wanted to, but the comments were, at one point I was like 40 minutes behind, man. And sometimes when there's that many comments and this many people on panel, it's just not possible to catch up. So I do apologize there. Still, guys, everybody, tomorrow is the big day.
Yes.
Tomorrow's the day of celebration for us gamers. Most of us are going to be on Starfield.
Yes, we will.
You know,
you can count me as dead, you know, because I won't be around.
Exactly.
Hey,
So,
what time?
Hey, Dale, you ain't shit, Dale.
Hold on. Chuck, what was that?
Game up for everybody to enjoy it. Was it midnight?
No. If you're on the East Coast, I think it's 9 p.m. If you're in Central Time, 8 p.m. If you're in Mountain Time, 6 p.m. And if you're on 100th time in the Pacific Time, then 5 p.m. I believe that's how it is. All right, but everybody, everybody, y'all have a great night. Thank you. Great show, of course.
Thank you, everyone.
And y'all enjoy Starfield tomorrow, and we are out.
I'm